My name is Sedona and my project is geology. I'm going to talk about how archaeology fits into geology. I have been going on archaeological days for the past 3 years, and I want to be a geoarchaeologist when I grow up. An archaeologist is a scientist that studies ancient people and what they did in the past from the things they left behind. A geologist is a scientist that studies minerals and how they are formed. Archaeologists do not dig dinosaur bones. Geology is important to archaeology because it can tell if Native Americans were trading with other tribes. If rocks are only from certain areas and they end up in other areas where they are not from, that is a sign of trade. It can tell where people were going, how far they were traveling, and who they had contact with. There is an archaeologist from Ohio named Michael Miller who helped me on my project. He is an archaeological lithic analyst. A lithic is something made of or relating to stone or rock. Mr. Miller does lithic source catchment analysis. That is someone who goes to stone outcrops and collects stones just like the Native Americans did. Then he compares the rocks that he collects to stone artifacts that have been found to find out if there was trade. He is also a flint knapper, which makes stone tools out of materials that he finds, like the Native Americans did. Scientists like him compare the tools they make to tools that have been found to learn things from them. Stones are good to study because they last forever and don't rot like baskets or food. I have samples of different stone types from around the country and reproductions of arrowheads that Mr. Miller made for me from those stones. First, I have a curved corner notched point made from Horse Creek Chert. Horse Creek Chert is found in Hardin County, Tennessee. When tools from Horse Creek Chert are found in different areas, it gives archaeologists an idea about where people were traveling to and from. If they find only local rock in an archaeological site, they can assume that people there didn't trade very far outside of their area. Curved corner points were used during the early Archaic period, which was 7,500 to 7,500 to 6,900 BC, or around 9,500 years ago. They are found all over the entire eastern U.S. and into Texas and Louisiana. Next, I have a side notch point made from novaculite. Novaculite is a rock that's kind of transparent, and some novaculite has black lines hidden inside of it. When they chip that kind, you can see the black lines inside. Novaculite only comes from Hot Springs, Arkansas. So when they find it somewhere else, that is evidence of trade. Points made out of novaculite are found all over the Midwest. When we were at Toltec Mountains this year on a dig, we found some novaculite points, tools, and flakes. Toltec is 68 miles east of Hot Springs. So we know that they were trading. We also washed artifacts from a burial site called Is-Ring, where they also found novaculite. Is-Ring is 98 miles north of Hot Springs and goes over 2 mountain ranges. By connecting the dots where artifacts of the same materials are found, archaeologists learn more about trade routes. The side notch point was used in the Mid-Archaic to Late Archaic period. That time was 8,900 to 5,900 years ago. This is the Lavana point. This is a Lavana point made from Sonora flint. Sonora flint only occurs in Hardin County, Kentucky. The Lavana point is a triangular point that is found mostly in New England. It was used by the Wasco and other people of coastal New York that lived 3,300 to 2,600 years ago, which is the Woodland to Mississippian period. When a Native American or flint knapper makes a point out of a rock, they might break off other pieces that are useful. Out of the rock that made this point, the knapper also made a side scraper spoke shave, which is used to smooth wooden rods and shafts like an arrow shaft. iron, which was used, a burin, which was used like a chisel, which had been used for over 50,000 years, and an end scraper. That was used for scraping fur from animal hides. The waste rock is called debitage. This point and drill are made from Burlington chert. When this stone was prized by This point and drill are made from Burlington chert. Burlington chert is found in Calhoun County, Illinois, and in Missouri and Iowa. 32 million years ago, Illinois, Missouri, and Iowa were covered in a shallow, warm sea. Animals called crinoids, which looked like plants, filled the sea. When they died and sank, they made a thick layer that mixed with silica and formed large areas of chert known as Burlington chert. This stone was prized by Native Americans for making stone tools. This is an Adena square stone point. And was used in woodland cultures by mound builders. It dates from 5,500 to 5,000 years ago. These points are found in the southeast. And finally, the last one is made from Knife River flint. That is found in central North Dakota, especially done in Mercer County. Points made from Knife River flint are found a lot in Saskatchewan, Canada. That is 542 miles away from Dunn County. That would take 11 hours to drive. I wonder how long that would take to walk. Quarter-notch points range all through the Archaic periods, from 7,500 to 2,500 years ago. And you can come up here and look at the samples I have been talking about.